This is Johannesburg, South Africa, affectionately nicknamed Joburg or Jozi. In many ways, it's both an old and a new city. South Africa has a very complicated history that I won't get into, but basically, the legacy of apartheid has left it with a lot of scars, and unfortunately, one of those is a high rate of gender-based violence. Women make up more than half of the city's population, and their numbers keep growing, but it is not a safe place to be a woman. So, what can we do about that? It's a big problem, but let's start small. Let's try and make cities a place where women can enjoy the right to free and safe movement. Sustainable Development Goal number 11 aims to create sustainable cities and communities which are safe, inclusive, and resilient. Take a minute and think about all of the places that you went today. I'll wait. Now, think about how many of those places made you feel scared. If you said 0, you're probably a guy. Now I can see you thinking, no, that's just because my community is pretty safe. Okay, one more question then. In how many of those places did you notice where all of the exits were? In how many of those places did you pay attention to the number of men around you? Or whether there were CCTV cameras? Okay, sorry, that was more than one question. So, what's my point? It's different for women. We might live in the same city, but if we're honest about it, in a lot of ways we really don't. Here, I'll show you. First, let's talk about what it means to move freely. There are two major things to think about when we talk about mobility: ability and potential. True mobility means that you have not only the physical capability and means to move from one place to the next, but also the power and opportunity to exercise that capability. Mobility is both a physical and a social construct. Now, when it comes to both physical and social mobility, there are three lenses through which we can look at it: restriction, vigilance, and control. They say that you cannot truly understand someone else's experience until you've walked a mile in their shoes. So, let's do that. Since we're talking about mobility as it relates to women's experience of public spaces, we're going to focus on the social aspect of things. Specifically, the ways in which the actions of men impact the level of restriction, vigilance, and control with which women navigate public spaces. Put on some high heels, or ballet flats if you prefer, and we'll take a walk through Johannesburg. Her Johannesburg. This is Lebogang, or Lebo for short. He's 21 and studying engineering at the University of Johannesburg. He's the son of a single mother, he's lived in Joburg his whole life, and he's just an all-around good guy. Today, he's going to see what his city feels like for a girl. Be forewarned, this is about to get a bit uncomfortable, but that's pretty much the point. Welcome to the Her Joburg experience. The Her Joburg experience is an immersive installation geared toward young men like Lebo. The overwhelming majority of young people in South Africa attend publicly funded schools and universities, like the University of Johannesburg. Her Joburg is designed to be hosted in collaboration with local universities. Using data visualization and sensory manipulation, the experience challenges young men to consider the gendered experience of public space and reflect on the role of their own behavior and assumptions. Using data visualization and sensory manipulation, the experience challenges young men to consider the gendered experience of public space and reflect on the role of their own behavior and assumptions in addressing the challenge of gender equity and safe mobility for a more sustainable Johannesburg.